All right, guys, I'm going to start the call, and I just wanted to say thanks for catching the rebroadcasting of this when you had time. Tonight's call is going to be about crushing your fears and not your dreams. So I've listened to a lot of calls lately and been like feverishly taking notes. So I made some really great notes and content for this call, which I'm going to be mostly like reading off of my screen. So if you're wondering why my eyes are like, it's because I'm reading. Um, I am a scatterbrain and I need to write things down or else they are like gone or I go off onto a tangent. So writing out my notes for the calls works best. So anyways, I'm just going to jump right into it. Um, so I want to share a quote with you in the beginning here of this call. And I want you to really listen to this and write it down. I feel like it kind of embodies the call and it's what we all need to hear. So miracles start to happen when you give as much energy to your dreams as you do to your fears. So this, how much or how often do you spend worrying or struggling with fears that haven't actually ever happened? It can be really exhausting and a total waste of your time and energy just by focusing on these fears. And I don't know if you believe in the law of attraction or not, but if you're spending your time focusing on all of this negative energy, what do you think you're going to draw to yourself? More negative energy. So you need to start focusing on what you want, what your dreams are, the big picture, and start like stifling those fears. Just push them down and really start working on yourself, and you're going to start to achieve what you actually want. I'm going to dig into the meat of the call. Okay. So do you have fear of starting? Don't feel like you need to know everything before you start. Just take the plunge and jump in and learn to go. You're going to make mistakes, and that's okay because that's really how you learn. I feel like this was my biggest mistake when I first started in the business. I am the type of person that needs to know all of the information because I feel like if I don't know everything, I'm going to like miss out, or I feel like I need to know all the information. But in reality, I was thinking about it, and the reason why I feel like I need to know all of the information is because I've kind of tricked myself into thinking it that way. But really what I'm doing is procrastinating on actually doing the task. So when I first started as a coach, I wanted to learn how to invite people and how to run successful challenge groups. So I remember watching like 10 webinars and trainings on how to invite someone. And I feel like you can kind of get the gist of it by watching one, listening to a training or watching one on YouTube. And you really don't need to listen to 10 of them and make notes and gather all this stuff because you're just procrastinating on actually inviting people and doing the work. So stop feeling like you need to have all the answers. You had to have like notes, tons of notebooks on everything, and do the work, because when you jump in there and dive in headfirst and start doing and applying what you're learning, you're gonna learn so much more by your examples, by like doing it, and rather than just like wasting time trying to listen to everybody else's point of view. You're gonna realize right away what works for you really well, which may work for somebody else, and what doesn't work very well for you. Maybe that works really well for somebody else, but it doesn't work for you. You're never going to know unless you stifle that fear of having to know everything and just get in there and do it. So that is the first fear you need to crush. Do you have fear of starting? Do you have a fear of your warm market? I know that a lot of people, this is one of their common fears. They're really scared to reach out to people, to their family and friends, because they're worried, what are they going to think? What are they going to judge me? Are they going to think that I'm like trying to sell them a whole bunch of crap? And they would much rather reach out to cold market, which is strangers or people you don't know, than reaching out to family and friends. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with reaching out to cold market, but I feel like you need to have an equal balance between your warm and your cold. And the people in this business that have the greatest success in the beginning, like right out of the gate, are the people that are diving into their warm market first. So just think about it. If you're already talking to people that you know, they already, chances are, if they're family and friends, they like you and they trust you. So it's going to be easier for you to reach out to them and ask them to support you. And as opposed to just talking to a stranger. So I feel like when you're a new coach, you really need to have those instant wins in your business. It doesn't just apply to new coaches, but maybe you've been in the business for a while, but you just decided that you wanted to start working your business. I feel like you need to have those quick wins right in the beginning so that you can build up your confidence and know that you can do this, this is legit, and people actually care about what you're talking about and want you to help them. So don't be afraid to reach out to your family and friends. I remember when I started last July, and I remember immediately going to my family and my mom first and telling her that I was doing this fitness program, TurboFlex. Actually, it was PiYo at the time, and that I was doing. And I remember telling her, and I was really excited, just saying, like, I just bought this workout program, and I'm committing to the program. I really want to finally, reach my goals with my weight loss, and I'm really excited about it. And I think that this would be something really fun that we could do together because I need the support, and I know that you're going to support me along the way. Is this something that you would be interested in doing? And my mom was like, of course, I'd love to. I'm not necessarily interested in doing PiYo, but I would be interested in doing Tai Chi, is what she started with. So and Shakeology. So she signed up as a coach, and she got her challenge pack. And I feel like if I never would have went to my family first, that I would have quit, because you just need to have that instant win in your business. So don't discredit your family and friends because of your fear of reaching out to them. You never know what they're going to say unless you actually ask them. And I know that if one of my family members was doing this and they didn't ask me, I would be really disappointed and hurt, thinking that they didn't want me to do it with them or that they didn't think that I was supportive. And so just put the shoe on the other foot and think about how they would feel. Get your fear out of your way with inviting from your warm market and just get out there and ask them. Okay. Do you have fear of being a leader? This is something that I have really struggled with personally. As my team started to grow, I felt like I needed to be positioning myself into this professional role, and that I had to be perfect, and that I had to change who I was and start kind of dictating things and not asking for people's opinions or anything like that. I don't really know how to explain it, but just not being myself at all, because that's what I thought that I needed to do and be in order to be a leader. And it was really just a fear and not really knowing and being teachable and coachable on how to be a good leader. So do you have a fear of being a leader yourself? When you're doing your challenge groups, this is kind of sidebar, but maybe you don't have a team yet, or your team isn't as active as you like. So look at it as being a leader in your challenge group, because you are. Don't feel like you need to be like me and make the mistake and put yourself in the leadership role and be a dictator. But let people know in your challenge groups that you want to. We're doing this all together. I totally lost my train of thought there. Look at my notes. But let people know that it's something that these are my goals, and I struggle just as much as you do, and this group is just as much of accountability for me as it is for you, and we're going to do this together. This very same thing goes with your team. I let you guys know that we're doing this together. I have now realized that I was a douche. And I'm glad that some of you weren't around. But I realized that we work better together, and that I can't do this by myself. So I need to stop positioning myself in this weird role, and that we are all going to help one another. So don't be afraid to be a leader. Realize that a leader equals teamwork and friendship and helping one another, and that you don't have to do this alone. And that's the point of having a team, or the point of having clients or customers in your challenge groups, is that you are doing this all together. Think about when you started as a coach. I know for me personally that I signed up as a coach because I wanted to have more accountability. I wanted to have like the ultimate accountability. And I knew that if I was helping other people, that it was going to be holding myself accountable. So think of that as you move into, sorry, I get all fired up. Think of that when you move into a leadership role, that you want to do this with other people because you're better together, basically. So do you have fear of asking? I feel like this is kind of one of the biggest fears that people have. And I know that I had it in the beginning, and I mean, I still have it. I'm totally not perfect. Don't ever feel like I think I got all my shit together, because I don't. So don't be afraid to ask people in your challenge group if they've ever considered coaching to help them with XYZ. Challengers make the best coaches because they already know what the challenge group is and they've already experienced it. They're already beginning on their journey to better their health and lifestyle, and they're experiencing the culture and support of you, the support from you and the community in your group. So I feel like we have this fear of inviting people or asking people about the business opportunity, and we're totally missing the boat on asking people in our challenge groups. Like I said, they've already experienced the culture and they know about challenge groups, so isn't it just kind of a no-brainer to ask them if they've ever considered doing what you're doing, especially if they are a rock star in your group. And you know what I mean about the rock stars, the ones that are commenting on everybody's stuff and liking it. They're sharing their fitness stuff on their social media. They are like posting recipes and tips and everything in the group and like taking initiative. These are the people that are going to make fantastic coaches because they're already doing it. They're already doing exactly what you're doing. So don't let your fear get in the way of shining on their true potential of what they can do. So all you have to do is private message these rock stars, or these people that they don't even necessarily have to be rock stars. They're just people that you know are going to be rock stars. That you're just like shining a light on them because you're showing them by complimenting them. You're giving them like glimpse into what their potential is. So private message them and be like, have you ever considered doing what I'm doing as a health coach to help you with blank? And before you message them that, you want to be like highlighting what they're doing. So if they are a rock star, be like, hey, whoever, hey name, I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate you like commenting and being so supportive on everybody's stuff. You are just like killing it in this, and I can't wait to see your transformation with this. Have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? Because you're actually already doing it. And then go from there based on their answer. If they've never considered it, but they want to know more information, you can point them to a recorded webinar about it. All this is in the Dropbox file section and the file section of our group. But I mean, I can definitely help you with this, especially if this is like your first person you're talking to. Know that once you start talking to other people, that the conversation is going to kind of like flow easier for you. Just like anything, just like riding a bike. The more you do it, the easier it gets. But I'll definitely help you in the beginning. Or if people say that they've considered it, but they have like X, Y, and Z hesitation, listen to their hesitations and validate them and be like relatable. If there's similar hesitations that you had, then let them know about that and move forward with why you think that they'd be a great coach. And if they say no, they don't want to do that, they'll present the business to them, but in the form of a discount. Let them know that they can receive 25% off their products and save on their monthly Shakeology. which if they already love their Shakeology, it's a no-brainer for them that they're not. Like, how dumb of them. How silly of them to not sign up as a coach for the discount to save almost like $30 on their Shakeology every month. So a mistake that I've been making that I want to share with you is I have kind of just been presenting the coaching business to people for the discount. And it's because I have personally had a fear of asking people, have you ever considered to help with X, Y, and Z? And I'm just being completely transparent with you because know that I'm not perfect and I go through all these struggles too. So I think that by only inviting people for the discount, it really hurts your business because you're not going out there and finding anybody that are like the movers and shakers that want to do this. There's nothing wrong with discount coaches, but I feel like there's like a million times more to this business than just earning the discount. And also, I have been using the technique of when people are interested in a challenge pack, presenting the business to them for the discount purposes, and signing them up, which I thought was really great. But actually, I've had coaches that have been like canceling their coach membership, and almost all the people that signed up as a discount coach in the last few months have canceled. So I feel like obviously that was trial and error, and that wasn't the greatest thing to do. So just know that you're not going to realize these things unless you try. And don't be afraid, and I'm like saying this so that I know too for myself because I need to hear it. Don't be afraid to seek out those people that you know are rock stars and you want in your business just because you're afraid to ask them. And I know that Laura said this a long time ago on one of the coach calls, our team call, and it really stuck with me, was that look at it this way. If you're not asking people or sharing with them the opportunities, then you're doing them a disservice. Think of what this business has done for you and other coaches, and think about how pissed you'd be if somebody didn't mention this to you. You need to go into your conversations with that mentality and the belief in the business and the genuine interest in helping people. And then you'll never be afraid because you're just being genuine and leading with your heart. So I think that a lot of the fear of inviting and speaking to people stems back to this belief that we may not have in the business already. So you really need to start working on your belief, whether that's looking at, other coaches that have become successful. And be careful when you look at other coaches. Don't compare where you are to where they are, but just look at where they were and what the business has done for them. Go into your online office and look at the success stories. Look at people that are in, depending on what your goals are, look at people that are in the Millionaires Club if one of your goals is to become financially free and stable. Look at all that stuff. It's going to get you excited, and it's going to instill this belief in you that this company is legit. Like, I know you know it's legit because you signed up, but it's just going to take your belief to this whole other level. You're going to be like, shit, like, there's crazy potential here. Why am I not telling people that I care about this? Because if I can experience that over time, like, if I don't tell them about it, they're missing the boat. And I don't want to be that person that doesn't tell them. Or God forbid that you are like, you really want to ask somebody, but you're scared, and then you find out that somebody else asked them. How pissed would you be? That's happened to me a few times, and I'm just like, I'm gutted that I didn't ask them. So just don't be afraid of that. Okay, sorry, I just went on like a little tangent. I think I have these notes to keep me on track. So do you think that you don't need personal development? Crushing your fears will be easier if you're plugging yourself into personal development and getting in control of your mind to become successful. Don't think that you have all your shit together, all your ducks in a row, that everything is perfect in your life. You may think that everything's going great, but you're probably lying to yourself. Sorry to be like truthful, but there's got to be at least a little something that is like gnawing at you and you've been ignoring it, or you're thinking like only weirdos do personal development. Only weird people that have a lot of issues read self-help books. That's not true. Smart people read personal development and work on themselves and grow their mind and cultivate it. Consider yourself a farmer, or if you're Carla, you actually are a farmer. And look at it this way. Your mind is like a field, a tilled field of fresh soil. And by reading personal development, it's like you're planting these seeds in your mind. And your soil may be like eroded or acidic with all these like bad negative things going on. And if you're cultivating and working your soil, you're putting like positive vibes into it, and you're planting these seeds of knowledge and of belief and hope and positivity. Think of what is going to happen for you. You're going to like bloom into this amazing sunflower or canola or wheat, and you're going to like just be totally amazed at the type of person that you've become compared to where you were. And don't think that, like I said, don't think that only weirdos tap into like self-help books and all that kind of stuff. They're smart. They realize what issue I don't want to use the word issue, but for lack of a better term, they realize what issue or problem they have, and they want to fix it instead of just like denying that they don't have that problem. So why wouldn't you want to look into personal development based on what you are fearing right now or whatever your struggles are? So basically, don't think that you're bigger than personal development, because you ain't. So you want to dive into PD or personal development and reprogram your mind and focus on the positive and not the negative. Listen, I know that you know that we get lots of no's. I know you know that we get lots of no's in this business, and I know that you've received some. Maybe you've received lots. But if you're not tuning into your positivity and reprogramming your brain daily, then you're going to be stuck when people tell you no. It's crazy how many yeses you can get, and then you get that one no from someone and you just like shut down. You totally forget all the yeses you had and you just like focus in on that no, and you're like, what's wrong with me? Nobody likes me. I can't do this. I'm never going to be successful. I should just quit and all this shit. Like, just if you're focusing daily, like even just 10 minutes a day, focusing daily on cultivating your mind and growing it, that's going to compound, baby. And when you're going to get no's, you're just going to be like, okay, bye. Like, next. I don't mean like look at people like next, but in your mind, you're just going to be like, okay, next for the no, like get out of here kind of thing. So no more excuses as to why you're not treating your mind right. You're already working on training your body with your workouts. You're working on your nutrition by eating healthy. Maybe you're following containers. You're definitely drinking Shakeology. Why the hell aren't you training your mind with personal development? If you're not doing it, do it tonight. I know, or like whenever you're watching this. As soon as you're done, go to your online office and listen to a National Wake Up Call. Go onto YouTube and search whatever you're struggling with. Maybe you're struggling with confidence. Search something and learn. No more excuses. It's like tough love. I don't give it, and I love to give it sometimes. So crush your fears and rejection by working on your mind and instilling not only the belief in yourself, but in this business. This will start to erase all the self-doubts and limiting beliefs you put on yourself, and it'll make your business flow a lot easier because you're more confident all around, and people are attracted to confident people. Aren't you? Aren't you attracted to people who are busy people, successful, confident, happy? Is that maybe how I attracted you? By showing you, by being confident and portraying, not really portraying, but like actually genuinely happy, but showing how happy I am on social media or in our conversation. Weren't you attracted to that? So don't you want to be a confident, happy person? Genuinely, just all of the business side, don't you want to be a happy person? And then from a business standpoint, don't you want to be a happy person so you can attract other people to your business? So what are ways that you can get your personal development fixed? Probably already know this, but I'm going to share with you anyways, because if you don't, you'll know now. So you want to tune into the National Wake Up Call. This is every Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time. And if you're Jesse, this is 9 a.m. Saskatchewan time. You can find this in your Coach Online office in the breaking news. You'll get an email about it. as well. And also, I highly suggest downloading the podcast app if you have iPhone. If you have Android, then download the Stitcher app. I've never used it because I have an iPhone. But there's the Team Beachbody mobile app, and that has all of the National Wake Up Calls from like when they started in 2013 or something. So you have no excuse not to listen to that shit. Listen to it while you're showering, while you're driving to work, while you're doing the dishes or cleaning or whatever. I like to listen to them when I'm driving or like commuting, or if I'm cleaning my house. Those are my favorite ways. Tune into the FGG team calls. Those are on Mondays at 7 Central Time. My upline Laura does them, and she's a really amazing speaker, and I always get like so many takeaways from her and inspiration daily from that, or weekly, I mean. Tune into these calls. These are every Thursday at 8:30 Central Time. And if you want, you should be tuning into the Team Hardcore calls. This is my our upline. So Janelle Summers, and if you don't know, she's Shalene Johnson's sister, so that's pretty cool. They're every Wednesday at 11 a.m. She does, and they're always recorded, obviously. All these calls are recorded, so you can check them out anytime. Don't feel like, holy shit, I have to tune into a call every single day. I mean, if you want to, that's really cool, but just like tune into at least some of them. So podcasts are super helpful. These are great to listen to while you're driving, I like to listen to them while I'm showering or doing laundry. Shalene has some really great podcasts. There's Build Your Tribe, which is by her, which is like a business building one. Lou's House, School of Greatness is really great. No fun. The National Wake Up Call podcast is on there. There's tons. Just search whatever. Self-help books or personal development books, as I like to call them. There's tons of recommendations in their file section of them. If you can and you really want to explode your business, check out seminars. That's something that I'm really looking into. I really want to go to a Tony Robbins seminar. They're really expensive, but it's on my bucket list someday to go. Jenny Johnson's good. Shalene Johnson's great. Check out seminars if you really want to grow your business. And of course, YouTube channels. Those are great ways to get training or like motivation, confidences, whatever. And look at top coaches as well. There's top coaches on there. So you need to make the changes now that no one else will do in order for you to live the life of your dreams. What does that mean? It means that you need to make some short-term sacrifices to get long-term gain. So that might mean waking up earlier to finish your personal development or your power hour to-do list every day or your workout. That might mean staying up late at night speaking to people and being more active in groups. Whatever that is to you, whatever your goals are, you know that you're going to have to put in effort and you're going to have to work hard for that. And also know that that's not something that you're going to have to do forever. You're not going to have to hustle forever and like say no to obligations or like to invites on the weekend and stuff like that. But you are going to have to put in the work and the groundwork now in order to achieve it. So just whatever your goals are, don't have, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm all like tired and tired at the same time. Do you have a fear of what people will think of you? If people aren't supporting you, you just need to let them go or block them out. I know that for some people you can't do that because they may be family members. You can control how you react and what you tell yourself. So change those words and thoughts, personal development, and remove yourself from their toxic words. So if you have people in your life that are like your so-called friends, that are shitty friends, that are always really negative, gossiping all the time, or maybe even just telling you that what you're doing is stupid with this business, then you need to remove yourself from those situations because they're obviously not supportive. And do you really want to be, you know, like cultivating your field with working personal development, spreading positivity in your life but then you're like going out for drinks with your friends and they're talking about how they hate so-and-so and all this stuff. No, you need to like slowly wean those people out of your life. I don't mean that you have to like cut them out and be like, we can't be friends anymore because Kirby says we can't be because you're negative. You just know that those people, you don't need that negativity in your life. You can remove it. Focus on positive. Focus on what is going to push you forward in your business, and dive into personal development and listen to it as much as you can. Your mindset will switch, I promise you. Renew your mind every single day, and you'll start to notice a difference. You'll start to notice a difference when you don't do it, trust me. You'll be like, why am I so cranky today? Oh yeah, I'm doing personal development, that's why. So decide that you're going to crush those fears and persevere and move forward through success. Decide that you're bigger than your fears. So do you have a fear of success? Staying up a little later to hustle before going to bed, making some sacrifices on the weekend to stay home, to do some work. These are things that successful people do. They sacrifice things in the beginning. And while it may not sound glamorous, you don't need to make sacrifices forever to get where you want to be. Come talk to us about it. And this is about it. And think about it. We are already making all these sacrifices going to a job that chances are probably don't like daily anyways, right? So get excited about your business and the fact that you're building something that's yours. Hustle and work for your goals and dreams, not building someone else's at your current job. Don't think that you aren't capable of success. Don't feel like you're not great enough for success. I feel like all of the fears that we have that I've been talking about can be fixed with personal development. If you're afraid of success, then you need to work on your confidence. Build your inner confidence and know that you deserve to be successful, and that you will if you put in the work for it and make some sacrifices in the beginning to lead and live the life that you really want. So do you have fear of finding the right people? Start to shift your focus to finding quality coaches, and guess where to find them. You're going to find these quality coaches in your challenge groups. Shift your mindset from dictating in your groups to letting people know that you're going to do it together. You're all cheering on one another. So level the playing field and let everyone know that you all need each other. You need this group as a leader just as much as they need it. This will instill like the confidence and belief in them, and it's going to lift them up and make them feel like leaders. And it's going to be it's going to make this better culture for you in your challenge group. So know that we're not here to sell products. We're here to sell a healthy lifestyle to people. So you want to encourage them. This is in your challenge group. You want to encourage them to post tips, share recipes. You post something like, let's all find a soup recipe and post it, or like whatever. Let's all find healthy dessert recipes or healthy breakfast or whatever. This is going to level the playing field. It's going to get them excited, and it's going to let them know that you're all working together, and it's not like you're the leader, you're dictating what the post is for the day, and they just like report in on what you're doing. And I'm kind of guilty of this, and I'm starting to like revamp my groups, and I can do a call about that later if you guys want. So if you're going to be going away for the weekend or for a day or whatever, you could ask somebody if they ask a challenger if they wouldn't mind posting in the group for you while you're gone. This is going to make them feel like a leader, and let people know in the group, like, dude, you guys need to step it up while I'm gone because Stacy is taking the initiative to be the leader. So you need to set a good example kind of thing. And that's going to make everybody excited about it too. It's going to set the tone as well. So that's going to, that's a really great and simple way. I mean, you don't even have to be gone for the weekend. You can just like, you could lie, or you don't even have to say I'm going to be gone. Just say like, hey, you're amazing at this. Do you want to do a couple of days and like give me a break kind of thing? So another really smart idea that I heard from one of the calls that I was just recently listening to was giving people success partners within the group. And you don't necessarily have to call them success partners. You call them like accountability partners or like a workout buddy or whatever you want. This helps them form a relationship with someone in the group, And once the group is done, they probably are going to have that really great friendship and keep each other accountable afterwards, which means they're going to have a greater success rate. And bonus, if they sign up as coaches, they already have that like friendship. If they jive really well, the chances are they're probably going to be business partners or success partners. And I feel like finding a success partner is really important. So if you don't have one, start finding one. And I went through a few business partners before I found one that we vibe really well together. And not to say that I didn't with the other people, it's just you'll know, like you'll just know. I have multiple business partners too. So back on track. When you run your groups, make it a positive and interactive group. But this is going to obviously make it more fun for people. Consider running it with a bunch of coaches so that it's bigger and more interactive for you. If you run it with more coaches, this is also going to mean that it's kind of less work for you because you're going to take turns with who's posting each day. So it's also going to bring more people into the group. And I mean, some people like the smaller groups because they're intimate, but I feel like large groups are really fun too because it kind of like builds up hype and like a frenzy, and people get excited, and it's kind of like a party in there. So it's whatever you want. Like maybe you want smaller, intimate groups. Whatever you want, your business, whatever you want works for you. So what was I going to say? Oh, the other thing that's really cool, if you have multiple coaches that are running it, is that the challengers or your clients or customers, whatever, are going to see the different dynamics of people. So they're going to think like, okay, this person's really into fitness. This person's like super knowledgeable about their nutrition. This person struggles with whatever. This person has like X amount of pounds to lose still. They're going to see like all these different dynamics, and they're going to realize that like, hey, coaching is not one size fits all. Kind of like plant that seed in their mind that, you know what, if they can do this, I can do this. And it's going to make your job a little bit easier too when you go to speak to them. If you're presenting the business to them, then they're going to realize that it's like not one size fits all. So these are kind of like some tips that I learned that I wanted to throw your way. So one coach then, I think this is really clever, and I'm gonna do it. They send an email at about the 3-week mark, so when your challenge group is like coming to an end, and letting the challengers know about Shakeology. So I think it's more or less just like a reminder that she sends them, letting them know that their auto ship's going to be coming out again. And whoever she's emailing, she lets them know if they're like a rock star or somebody that she wants on her team. She just compliments them again, and she lets them. She says like, "Girl, you're such an encouragement. I really appreciate you stepping it up in this group, and I can't wait to see your progress. Have you ever considered coaching?" And I mean, you don't have to send that as an email. You can send that as like a private message too, which is what I do. But I thought it was a good idea that she just like send out a mass email to everybody in her group, letting them know about the Shakeology. Letting them know about Shakeology. But I mean, it's as simple as that. Just complimenting somebody that you think is a rock star, or doesn't have to be a rock star, but you know that they have like really amazing potential as a coach. Just complimenting them and letting them know that like you can't wait to see their transformation. They've been so awesome in the group. Have you ever considered coaching? That's it. Simple as that. If they say something like yes or no, I've never thought of it, then ask them if they want to join your sneak peek. If you don't have a sneak peek because you're a new coach, or you just haven't ran one yet, that's okay. Ask me, or look to see if Laura's running a sneak peek and when it is, and you can add your coaches into that. Or consider like buddying up with another coach, or buddying up with me, and we can run a sneak peek together. I think the sneak peeks are like really big game changers in this business. So it's something that you could do by yourself if you want, if you feel comfortable, and you want it to be more intimate, or we could do it like a team, we could do a team-wide one. And if that's something you're interested in, let me know and I can start one, and like we can plan a couple weeks ahead so we can advertise and speak to people. But I think it's really smart to move people from a challenge group into a sneak peek. So even consider whenever your challenge group is going to be done to have a sneak peek running right after that. You can move those people into it. And I mean, it can even be people that are kind of like curious and want to be a fly on the wall and see what you're doing. I know that a lot of coaches that I've invited, they've been flies on the wall, and then, it's like a couple months down the road, they're like, yeah, I'm ready for this kind of thing. So you just never know. Never know unless you ask. So in the challenge group, sorry, it looks really itchy and dry. Consider speaking about coaches' stories in there and how coaching has changed their life on a personal level. It doesn't have to just be about like transformations and everything. It can be about, they got more accountability and more support. It's a great community. They earned whatever money. Maybe they earned extra money to pay their mortgage or money for date night or whatever kind of thing. Whatever on a personal level. It doesn't just have to be that they lost all this weight and they got fixed up. So here's some ideas for you guys. For coach prospects who have never been in a challenge group. So these are people that you've spoken to and they're interested in coaching, but they've never been in a challenge group. Consider popping them into a challenge group that's already going on like day 4 or whenever you speak to them, so that they can have a look and see what's going on and what it's all about. And then you can take them out that night. This gives them an idea of the community and knowing that they're not going to be doing this alone, basically. Or you can make a video and just like video off your laptop of what your challenge group is, and then you can send it to them and be like, this is a challenge group. And if you're a coach who's part of this with us, you don't have to run this alone. We do this all together. We help people, motivate people through these challenge groups, and it helps hold us accountable and blah, blah, blah. Something else you could do, I've never done either one of these, but I think they're a really great idea, is if you have a smaller team page like we do, then you can add your coach prospect into our team page for the day so they can see what it's like and see, the community and support that's going on in there. And then you can just remove them at the end of the night. So kind of the same concept. It just basically gives them a taste of what the culture is like. So they can, kind of know what they're getting into if they say yes. So I just want to let you guys know that everything is like trial and error in this business. You're going to find some things that work amazing for you and other things that flop. This is totally normal. But you're not going to know unless you try. So don't let your fear of not having things perfect or having all the answers hold you back from trying. You're never going to know unless you do it. So I'm going to leave you with this. Always remember your why. You really need to tune into your why. I feel like it needs to be in the forefront of your mind. You need to know your story, know where you're coming from, and where you want to go, and your why. Don't let your fears cloud your why, and decide if your fear is worth more than your dreams and your why. Dig deep. Dig deep, y'all. Like, embrace your inner Shanti. Dig deep into your why. Dig into the feelings and emotions that come in. How will it make you feel? How will it change your life? How would your life change if you push all your fears away and your why actually happens? Dig deep into your feelings and with your why, and let that drive you every single day. Don't ever let your fear get in the way. Are the fears worth never achieving your dreams? Those fears can paralyze you, and you need to start opening your eyes and start seeing this big, ginormous picture. It's like a billboard flashing in front of your face. This business can happen for anyone. And anyone that puts in the work. Look at the top coaches and you'll see that they're all so different. They've all come from all these different backgrounds. They have different interests, but the one thing that they have in common is their commitment. And they must have had some pretty damn strong whys to push them through their fears and to reach their dreams without letting things or people or whatever limiting beliefs get in their way. Surround yourself with positive supporters and don't let people get you down. If that someone is maybe your spouse, then maybe you need to have a serious conversation with them and sit them down and say what is possible in this business, and that you truly believe in it yourself and that you love their support. And maybe even get them to an event if possible, like a Super Saturday that's in your area. This is going to, I'm lucky that Chris has been super supportive for me. So never experienced this, but I have been to Super Saturdays, and actually Chris went with me to one. He stayed up in the hotel room. He didn't come down, but I know that if he would have came into the Super Saturday, that he would have experienced the culture and realized why I was so excited, and I still am so excited about this business. So if you have a spouse that's like about you doing this, then just let them know that it's important and try and get them to an event. If you've never been to an event, get to an event too. And of course, dive headfirst into your personal development and do it every day. Set your mindset and crush your fears. So like I said, I feel like everything comes back to personal development. If you're not doing it, you're really hurting yourself and your business, because especially with all these fears that we have, when you are like planting that seed of positivity into your life every day, you're starting to grow as a person and realize that you can do a hell of a lot more than you think, and that you have the confidence to change. So start doing your personal development. If you don't know what your why is, then you need to like dig deep. You need to figure out, like, there's the surface why, like, I want to help people. Of course we all want to help people. I mean, that's why we got into this business. But what is your true why? Why are you doing this? Dig friggin' deep into that and know that. Write it out. Look at it all the time. Instill that belief and confidence in yourself. And ask yourself, is my fear of blank, is that worth more than my big why that I really want more than anything in this world? Is my fear of talking to people worth being financially free, retiring my spouse, traveling, whatever your why is, being home more so you can be home more with your kids, whatever it is? Is my fear of talking to people worth more than staying at home with my kids full time? Probably not. So you just need to really work on yourself and start building confidence and trust in yourself, building a belief with this business, and realize that the only person that's standing in your way is yourself. And the limiting beliefs that we've created in ourselves, we need to get rid of that shit and realize that you can do whatever you want in this business. You can be successful if you want. You can be standing on stage at Summit next year. I mean, if that's your goal, whatever it is, you can do that. You're just standing in your way. So I'm going to leave that little, like, to stick in your mind. And I want to talk with you guys this week about your why. I want to know what your goals are, and I want to know what you're scared of right now and how you're going to push through that. So I hope that this call has inspired you and lit a fire in your ass, because I believe in you wholeheartedly with every ounce of my being. I believe that you can achieve whatever the hell you want, and that you just need to get out of your way, because you are an amazing being and greater than anything that you ever know. And you just need to believe that yourself. So have an amazing night, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for listening to this call all the way to the end. And I can't wait to speak to you about everything this week. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.